So I have my sketch here and I'm just going to swatch on top of it. I'm going to use all of the colors from the Brights palette, but I'm going to just do some skin tones with the Neutrals palette. So I don't know if that's cheating. I guess it can be whatever I want since it's my swatch vid. Alright, the first color we're going into is Butterfly, and we're going to paint this butterfly up here. Alright, the next one we're going into is Royal, and we're going to give their royal crowns a bit of a purple wash. Right, the next color we're going into is Fairy Tale, and I've got these little fairy wings here. With the butterfly and these fairy wings, I'm actually going to stamp over the top of this swatch. With these stamps here, I've got a little dragonfly and a little butterfly here. I'm just going to use their wings, just as a little detail that I can put on there without me actually having to paint it on. I'm cheating. Now we're going to go into Jiminy, this light green color over here, and I'm going to give her this Jiminy color as if these are her cricket wings, because this reminds me of Jiminy Cricket. Alright, now we're going into Mermaid, this one right here. And she's got a little sweetheart neckline, whatever she's got on, and I'm going to paint some little scale details over the top of this with the paint over pens, because I don't think I'm going to swatch those because there's not very many of them and 2 of them are white, so it might be a little difficult to figure out what to do with that. So instead I'm going to combine them into this video, and I'm going to use the paint over pens just to add details and fun little accents. Now, her friend over here has Buzzy. She's gonna have a portrait neck. Little top on, and we're gonna give her black and yellow stripes. Is it obvious yet? Is it obvious what I've done? Next I'm gonna do their hair, and I'm actually gonna do their hair with Ladybug. And then once this is dry, I'm going to put little black ladybug dots in their hair. Alright, is anyone else out there as impatient as I am? I get that hairdryer out all the time, because I cannot be bothered to wait. Alright, so I'm going to use a Jane Davenport water brush, and I'm using this because I'm going to put some of these face details in. We've got 70s eyeshadow here, and I'm going to give them some 70s eyeshadow. She's gonna have some eyeshadow too because she's got stage 5 FOMO. Now, some of these colors are blending into the others because I was impatient, didn't let them wait. I'm not mad about it. So, sorry if you were coming here for like the perfect swatch. This has kind of turned into James lays down all the paint at once and sees what happens. But I love that too. One of my favorite things about the watercolors so far that I've noticed playing with them is that they retain that kind of watercolor effect. Especially if you blot some of the pigment out as it's drying, you get that really nice separation in the pigment, and that's something I love about watercolors. And I noticed when, it's fine, we can use any grade of paint supply that or arts and crafts supply that you want, but when you're using a cheaper watercolor, you kind of lose out on these really cool water effects that that is something that I personally really enjoy. So that's just my 2 cents worth. Next we have, oh, Mystic. I'm giving them some Mystic eyes. Purple is always such a hard color to get right. I always hear beauty vloggers talking about purple eyeshadows and how they're not pigmented, and I kind of feel the same with art supplies. Sometimes your purples are just, you know, they don't give you the payoff that you want, but these give it to me. Alright, here we go. This is what I've been nervous for. I've got the little necklace choker thing that says best friend. It's a new spin on the best friend necklace, but I'm gonna try and brush letter it, and I am not a brush letterer. So. Alright, all you brush letters that watched me struggle through that, I hope you enjoyed it. Alright, next we're going to go in with Frida, and they're getting some Frida Kahlo monobrows, or as Americans like to call them, unibrows. Do you guys think I just ruined it? Because I don't. Is this when you're all screaming, James, stop, stop? So I've got one more color to do, and that is ink. And for ink, can you guess what I'm gonna do? I'm actually going to give them little tattoos, because that's body ink, isn't it? That took me a long time to think up. I kept thinking, oh, can I just draw like a pen in their hair, or like, what am I supposed to do for ink? How do I put ink on this? And then I thought, oh, body ink. I mean, I don't have any tattoos, and my mum would die if I had a tattoo, but I think it's fine for the purpose of this. Oh, you know what else? I'm actually going to use the ink for the little ladybug dots in their hair. Okay, so that's all of the Brights colors swatched onto this page. Now I'm just going to blast it with that hairdryer, and I'm going to add in details, and I might even put a background on there. Alright, for anybody wondering, I'm actually just adding in some Kyanite Genuine, one of my favorite Daniel Smith watercolors, and Moonglow, with two of the least swatched colors from this Brights palette on the page. So I'm using the Ink and Mystic, and I'm just going to do like a blend and put that into the background. Right, now I'm going to take the butterfly stamp, and I'm going to take the dragonfly stamp. I'm just using some distress ink here. This one's in peacock feathers. I've got my old little fridge magnet frame that I have to use as an acrylic block because I never got one. I should look into getting one. But this has been good. Alright, so I'm just going to stamp that over the top. The little dragonfly, I'm going to do these wings. Right, that's good for my stamping. Now what I'm going to do is use my Jane Davenport Epic pen and the Jane Davenport paint over pens. I've also got this white Posca just in case. Yeah, I'm going to go and add details around here and yeah, see what I come up with. Okay, so that's the finished swatch page. So this is the Jane Davenport Mixed Media Watercolor in Bright. The watercolor palette in Bright. That's these colors here. We've got Buzzy, she's got a little bee top. Ladybug, they've got ladybug hairs. Butterfly, it's literally just a butterfly on the page. 70s eyeshadow, they've got a bit of glam 70s eyeshadow. Mermaid, she's got a mermaid top. Jiminy, she's got Jiminy Cricket wings. Best friend, literally written across the middle of the page. It's a necklace. Well, it's a twin choker. It's whatever that is. Fairy Tale, she's got little fairy wings. Frida, they've both got monobrow or unibrow. Mystic, they've got mystical coloured eyes, and I put a bit of Mystic through the background with some Daniel Smith Kyanite Genuine and Moonglow, and also a bit of ink in the background too, because they were the least swatched colours on the page. Royal, they've both got royal crowns. Some of that ladybug blended up into the royal crowns, but I'm not mad about it. So those are royal crowns, and ink, little tattoos, little skin ink, and yeah, there's some ink in the background. So these are the watercolors. My impressions and my thoughts. I love that they retain all that watercolor quality. They re-wet really well. They reactivate really well. They blend really nicely. And it's a great selection of colors. They are exactly what they say they are, really bright. So yeah, have fun with them. They come in a really cute little mint tin. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. I hope you could see where every one of the colors came from and that my inspirations weren't too obscure. Anyway, thanks for watching, bye!